Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight for the Women's Entrepreneur Pajama Party interview series. We have our special guest this evening, Eve Gomez. So what we'd like to do is, hi, this is where our women with the entrepreneur spirit, women who are aspiring entrepreneurs and seasoned entrepreneurs come together to share as a community, gaining inspiration, mentoring, and the tools that we need to grow our business as we grow ourselves. I am Cindy Cohen, a registered nurse. For 25 years, I've been an entrepreneur, an author, and a public speaker. And for the last 17 years, owner of C2 Your Health LLC. And this last year, 2018, in March, I founded a nonprofit organization called C2 Your Health Women's Initiative, where we provide support and resources to help high school girls and women recognize their leadership potential and focus on the next steps they need to become successful women entrepreneurs through mentoring. So that's what we're doing here this evening. And our special guest is Evie Gomez, and she's going to share some of her tips with us tonight. Evie is amazing. Yes, we actually met at the 11th Hour Women's Group presentation, where I should talk about you like you're right here because you are here.
I am right here.
Where you presented a very powerful presentation on how women should step into their power and be strong for each other and for themselves. It was really a very amazing presentation. Evie is very energetic and positive and powerful person in the community. As a community leader and activist and radio host, which we posted in our on our event page, so you can take a look at that on WLTH. It enables her to reach out to a broader community and help to improve the quality of life and education. Eve's passion is just that, to help people in need. Through her profession, she reached out throughout the country. Her purpose is to motivate and inspire people. So we're all in the right place.
We are in the right place.
We are in the right place.
Yes,
so why don't
definitely.
you tell us, so we like to hear from you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your family history and kind of how you got here?
Well, first, how I kind of got here to this country through land in 1975 from Mexico. If you want to talk about how I got here.
That's how you got here. So were you like a little girl when you came? I mean,
yes, I still am. Come on, Cindy. I was 7 years old in 1975. For those of you that want to do your math, okay, I'm not ashamed to tell you my age. I am the big 5-0 and soon to have the 5-1. So I'm still growing. I am still growing. So yeah, I had to thing from scratch. Learn the language, the culture, the country, the people, the currency, everything. And so as a little girl, I always found everything interesting and intriguing. And I wanted to know, not being nosy, but just wanted to know more of why I was here. And I knew that, well, first of all, I'm one of 8 kids. I'm second to the youngest. I am a twin. His name is what? If my name is Eve, what is his name?
Adam?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mom was funny. So it's Adam and Eve, and there's still a younger brother. So there's 8 of us, 3 girls and 5 boys. So go figure, I was left with 5 boys. My 2 sisters got married. I was at an early age, at age 10. My oldest sister had already gotten married by the time I was 10, and my other sister was already married before that. So I was left with 5 brothers. So I had to learn to defend myself, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was that little firecracker, feisty girl, right? And some people still say, "Oh, you're feisty," especially men. They like that. Whatever. I'm like, I'm not feisty. I just keep it real. I don't sugarcoat things. So at a very young age, I had to grow up to learn to work with people that were always older than I. So at age 15, my first job was actually picking vegetables. Real quick, my dad he was retired from the U.S. Steel. So back then it was big, it was the place to be, to work at, and they started closing a plant. So they laid him off. I went to Andrean. Woohoo, I'm a 59er. from Andreatville. So I had to make a real quick choice. My dad decided to make sure that I had the best education since I was the last daughter, not the last child to be in school, but the last daughter. So I went to Andrea. It was, family and friends that influenced. And then come my sophomore year, through my freshman summer year, I was picking vegetables with my whole family. We were at a farm in Crown Point.
Like on a farm.
Yeah, we worked at a farm in Crown Point, and that was to help each other out because my dad gotten laid off. So we all worked. There's somewhere a newspaper clipping I have where the whole entire family was there. My dad had a station wagon like the Brady's Bunch. 8 is enough. Actually, not the Brady's Bunch. 8 is enough. And there was enough. So we would all go there to work and, make some money and help each other out. My dad started to bake Mexican pastries, pan dulce. And my mom was making homemade cheese. And that was to support all of 8 of us, right? And then come sophomore year, we're like, okay, what are we going to do? I can't afford to pay your tuition. So I said, don't worry, I'll get a job. So I did. And since, I have the gift of gab, I truly mean it in a good, humbling way that I do have that gift to speak. And I found a telemarketing job right across the street from my high school.
I was lucky.
Yeah. So I started telemarketing, cold calls all over the country for credit cards. So I talked to a lot of different people, and that's what supported my high school. So moving forward, my senior year, I still worked. Now telemarketing at a home improvement company that was across the street as well. Go figure, another company. But that supported my high school. And it wasn't easy. My senior year was really hard to go to school home late, study, pass my exams, pass my grades. I didn't want to flunk. So I'm like, Dad, you're back to work now. Can you just help me with my last semester? I got to stop working or I'm going to flunk. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Right. So that's what happened. He ended up paying my last tuition. And then I said, that's great. I mind you, I'm the gabber. I'm the one that speaks to people. I'm the one that has no fear to talk to people, always in the front line, just being that little leader because I was left alone.
Right.
To man my own. And so I had to motivate myself to do everything that I have accomplished. And I own brothers. Get up, let's go to school. They need help with their math. I wasn't the greatest at math, but science was my best subject. So I was able to help my siblings. They were older than I. Go figure. So that's what continued to have me, in me to move forward and do things for myself because I really couldn't depend on my parents. I couldn't depend on my brothers. So I had to depend on myself. And back then, of course, I wasn't a believer, but, I knew that there was a God. And I went to Catholic school. So I learned theology. So I knew that. So I went to college, Robert Morris, did a business management degree, and I was still talking to people that were older than I. When I was telemarketing, everyone was 10 years older than I.
Oh, wow.
So I was always around adults. So I kind of matured pretty fast. And, as women, we mature a lot faster than men. Sorry, men, if there's a man watching. Moving forward, got married, 2 children. They're now 20 and 25. Got divorced since 2004. So I've been a single mom all these years and a couple of toxic relationships, but it only made me stronger. I still pray for those people, pray for those men that I allowed to do whatever they wanted to do, not completely whatever they wanted to do, but I allowed some things. And as a woman, we can't always blame the person that did us wrong because we allowed it. We have choices. So woman, if that is you that I'm talking to, don't let it happen to you. Don't allow it. Have boundaries, respect yourself, value yourself, and you'll move forward even faster because you'll grow faster. And fast forward, because I know we are only short time. How many minutes do we have, Miss Cindy?
You're good for about 15 minutes.
Okay. In being married, I wanted to help people. So I was helping people. I was that humanitarian person. I was being that activist. I was being that volunteer. I was sitting on a board, League United Latin American Citizens, LULAC, which we're celebrating 90 years this year. Back in 94 is when I started really doing for the community in Cicero, Illinois, out of all places. I was raised in Indiana, got married, went to Illinois, got divorced, went back to Indiana. Before I got divorced, actually, before that. So I've been in Indiana mostly all my life. Illinois was 1 year, and I just decided I'm going to make a difference in people, because I know the struggle in seeing through people that don't know the language, that are Spanish speaking. I saw it in my family with my siblings, my older siblings, with my mom, with my dad. And I was able to speak both languages because I conquered my Spanish language, which is my first language.
Right.
And I was that little interpreter for my mom and dad.
So how did you
all my life
decide?
I've been the interpreter.
So how did you decide what your passion was? Because I have a lot of women ask me that, like they don't know what they're passionate about. So how did you decide what that would be for you?
When I noticed that my passion was to always step in when I would see someone that was challenged with the language. There was a barrier.
Oh.
And I was always, well, I can help you. I did mortgages for 12 years, and most of my clientele was Spanish speaking. And I learned that people can take advantage of you if you don't know what's happening in your life when it comes to decisions, as in purchasing a car, purchasing a home, a loan. And it's important that they know what they're signing, because it's their money, not mine.
Absolutely.
So I literally was educating all my clients in the language that they understood, and the documents were all in English.
So that's how you knew.
So I was always helping. I mean, in Cicero, we were helping the people that were wanting to become citizens. We were doing workshops. So I was already there helping, and I saw the need. So I continued and I continued. My ex-husband wasn't that kind of person. So I was a little bit too much for him, and he couldn't handle that.
Well, let me ask you this. So as you've on your road to success, because you're a successful woman and done many wonderful things. So I know you've met a lot of women along the way who I'm sure is probably giving you some great advice, some not so great. But could you think of like one thing that maybe someone who was like a mentor to you or gave you some advice that you would like to pass to other women entrepreneurs or women in business who are trying to, locate their passion and step into their, own power? So is there some advice that someone gave you?
That is a hard question to answer, because several people have asked me, so who's your mentor? And I said, Jesus. Has been my mentor through my marriage, through my ups and down roller coaster relationships. He's been my mentor because not that I was one of those Bible people that would read scriptures all day long. No, I couldn't quote all these scriptures even if I wanted to, but I know the life because that's my life that's being reflected upon. And I really don't have a mentor other than Mother Teresa, Maya Angelou.
Wow.
And why I say Mother Teresa is because she loved peace and has love and had love. And that's what I could say, that's what I have to offer to people. And believe it or not, I am one to always talk about why women aren't really helping each other. Instead, they have that mentality, and maybe you don't see it, but I can speak on it because I've experienced it, where they have that bucket, the crabs in the bucket mentality. You know that story?
No,
they want to pull you down to get on top of each other, to get to the top. What do crabs do to get out of a bucket? They have to step. Exactly. And I have seen that. I've experienced that. And some are probably watching. I don't know, but it's okay. I'm going to say this. I'm going to still love you. And I'll even be there for you. Because, God has ways of showing things, right?
That's true.
So I'm here to encourage and empower women, because I've been there, done that. I've been through so many things that I could say unequivocally and unapologetically, I don't look like what I've been through, because I won't allow anything that has to do with my past to tear me down. On the contrary, it's helped build me up. And my experiences has been my mentor. Mostly, if you ask, I have one person that has told me, Come on, Eve, you can do it. Come on. It's my experiences. And I said, I will not.
You cheer yourself on. Right, exactly.
And I still am every single day. People are like, where do you get all this from? Well, I just say God, because I won't take credit for it. He gives me the energy. And I am that much crazy about him, because he's that much crazy about me and you and everybody else that's watching. I just don't stop. I just do it. Some people dwell on, what should I do? Just do it. You're wasting your time trying to figure it out. Is this going to be good for you? If the answer is yes, do it. If this is going to hurt you and hurt somebody else, the answer is no, don't do it. It's simple as that. But it does take planning. It takes having a good team that will help you, because I don't know everything. So you got to get people that have the expertise in different fields, right? I don't know everything. And has it been easy for me to have even a team to say, let me help you? It's been hard. I don't dwell on it. I just do it. People are not easily, especially us women. And it's sad to say, Cindy, it's sad to say that it shouldn't be like that. You know, I often put things that can probably capture somebody's attention, like just one word, reciprocate.
That's good.
It's like, okay, I hope that person read it, whoever needs to read it. And why did I put that word, reciprocate? Because would I like people to help me? Yeah. But someone asked me, how can I help you? And I was like, that's such a good question. I don't know how you can help me, because it's always been the other way around. Helping you, helping somebody else. Well, you know a lot of people, in the Latino community. I heard you're very known. So can you help me? So I've never really sat to say, how can someone help me, to answer that question?
Well, you might need to spend a little time on that.
Yeah. I told
actually the next question we have for you is, how can we help you?
How can we help you? You know what? Okay. This is the way I could say, promote what I do, because that's what I do for everyone else. Because what I do is not even about me. It's about how I can help you, how I can help promote your business, how I can help the service that you're offering. I'm always thinking when I meet someone, and I know a lot of people don't do this, Cindy. Otherwise, I would get a lot of referrals left and right? Because they're always thinking, is how can I be connected, right? Is that I? And here, when I'm in at a meeting and I'm over here listening, because I learned to multitask and have 3-4 things going in our mind. I don't know if it's a woman thing, but I can do that. Men, sorry. I think they find it difficult to focus on one thing, let alone 3-4 things, right? I'm always saying, I hear that conversation, the sidebar conversation, and I say sidebar because I deal with a lot of attorneys, a lot of legal things, court, trials, hearings, and interpreting. The reason why I'm interpreting is because there's a high need, and I started with my mom and dad.
That is really amazing.
To have my time, with my flexibility was priceless, because my mom and dad needed me to help take care of their health and deal with all the doctors.
Well, they're so lucky to have you. You know what I mean?
They're in the better world now, so now I got more time.
Well, there you go.
More time to help
everyone else,
people.
so everyone can help you too.
More time.
So we're just about out of time. So could you tell us, like, how to best reach you? Like, what's your website, and how to get a hold of you if we'd like to, some women to reach out to you after this?
Sure. EveGomez.com. I'm about to launch my interpreting website, because people have actually just been referring me by word of mouth, because attorneys like how I do my work. So other attorneys refer other attorneys, so on and so forth. People in the community, because I'm so involved in the community, in the Latino community and African-American community. I mean, the community as a whole. I'd love to just bring everybody together, because that's what we're supposed to be. You can just Google my name. I'm blessed and humbled to say that. Eve Gomez. Just Google my name and you find things. And I am on all Twitter. I am in all the social media, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. I man about 6 different Facebook pages for other not-for-profits as well. I'm with Safe Coalition for Human Rights as a mentor and as an advocate for Safe Coalition for Human Rights, with human trafficking, sexually molested or assaulted people, domestic violence, been there, done that. So I'm just an all well-rounded person that can help somebody out there, because I don't make it about me. So believe me, if you want to get encouraged and inspired, and I say it humbly, because God has given me that gift. It's not even me. It's what's in me. That if it's going to help you, please look me up.
Thank you so much. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Time for us to sign off. We try to keep to a 20-minute time.
Thank you. By the
So,
way, thank you, Cindy, for this opportunity. I appreciate you. Thank
oh,
you.
well, I feel honored to be our guest. It's so great to have you and for you to share your business tips and insights and your courageous acts, because that makes us be more courageous too. Because, like you said, as a community of women, we need to help each other be strong.
Yes,
We have a
we do.
lot of
Yes, we do.
work that needs to get done here, and only women can do it.
Oh, yeah.
So it takes all
There
of us.
you go.
That's right. So thanks for everyone for joining us and take time to work us into your life and your business. And thanks for joining our pajama party. And so
Yes,
we all have
pajama. I'm like,
our
I don't know
pajama
how I'm going to
time.
feel about this. Very laid
All
back,
about-
Cindy. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. All about our pajama party. And what we do here at C2 Your Health Women's Initiative is we are a 501(c), a nonprofit organization supporting seasoned women entrepreneurs, providing mentoring to high school girls and girls in college and women in low-income neighborhoods with a health and wellness focus. You know, we got to get that. We got to get everybody
That's
healthy
right.
so we can do our job.
That's right.
So on November
That's
19th,
right.
coming up, we're going to be having celebrating the National Women's Entrepreneurship Day, and we'll be having the second annual Women's Entrepreneur Summit here in South Bend. So if anyone would like to learn more about that or get more involved or learn about our organization or volunteer, we're always looking for volunteers. We'd like to invite you to go to our website, and that'll be attached to this Facebook page. So thanks so much for joining us, and
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
be
you.
seeing you soon. Thanks.
Yes, definitely. Love you. Have a good night. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.